welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, you have so many fans from Malaysia.
Oh, really? Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's so awesome. Everyone's saying nice stuff. Hi. Hi,
Oh my
everyone.
goodness, you have like hashtag RiceFam some. And I'm just really excited that the fact that, you know, you replied to my message and you're game for this. Today's conversation, you know, we don't have to be funny. We don't have to be crazy. It's just real talk. You up for that?
Yes, let's do it.
Sweet. Okay, so here's the thing. Before I wanted to interview you or have a chat with you, I did some stalking. And I realized, you know, you are someone who have done, you know a lot of different languages. You are intelligent, you are funny, you are beautiful. And I think that is one of the reasons why so many people follow you. You know, you have a lot of different social media platforms and, you know, Instagram is one of them. How do you feel about that? Like, you have fans from Malaysia. How does that feel?
It's crazy. I think with, you know, at the beginning when I started this, I didn't think that anyone would really relate, especially, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about what I think is easy to talk about, which at the time, living at home was like, okay, the struggles with living with, you know, kind of like an Asian environment, but a lot of people related. And I think that's how people around the world, not even just in Asia, but around the world came to share their experiences, because there are so many people in the States and Australia whose, you know, their parents probably like migrated there. And so they grew up in a Western country. But their parents, like at home, is like an Asian environment. When they go to school, it's like, everything feels so different. So I think that's how they related to my content.
So your content, you started off doing, if I'm wrong, from your TEDx talk, you've mentioned that you start off from Snapchat. So I'm curious about what kind of content were you shooting?
Oh my God, so I was in university and then, you know, I didn't want to be too embarrassing or like annoy any of my friends that much. So I went on Snapchat. You know, nothing's permanent on Snapchat unless somebody, you know, screenshots. But otherwise, I was like, Snapchat was easy to get creativity out as well, because back then you can only film a short video. So right now, even on Instagram story, you know how you can film for a long time, but back then you can only film a certain amount. I think that really squeezes out creativity because, you know, like Vine or people just act a bit more like quick. So I was like, okay, Snapchat is for me. And then that's when I realized I really like filming.
So was that when you found this secret of yours, like, or have you always been funny? So I think that's my big question. How did you realize that you're actually funny?
I don't think that, you know, I'm sure just like you, because you are hilarious, and I watched your stuff for, you know, quite a long time, and my boyfriend loves your boyfriend's music. He's always singing. Awesome. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the song, but the one where you were dancing in the music video.
Dancing? I don't know. I don't dance. So
about him being a gentleman.
Oh, Old School Love.
Yeah, Dan loves that song. He's always singing.
Oh
yeah,
my
so
gosh.
I think just you would relate. Yeah, like I don't know about being funny, but it's just that is just what makes me comfortable. I don't know. It's just how I am, I guess, and I think it might even be a bit dialed down on video, but can get kind of crazy in real life. But I think that's just how I am, and I don't want to suppress it. And as you said at the beginning of your live, you know, girls being funny, most of the time, you know, we're expected to compose and not make any goofy faces and everything. So I think I wanted to challenge that. So I was just like, I'm gonna be myself.
Yeah, I think doing what we do, comedy on social media, I think, okay, I can share with you a bit of my story. So I started doing YouTube, I was writing songs, and my first song was about death. And I think there was about 10 views, and one of them was from my mom. The rest was probably from my dad. And what I realized was I really enjoyed just putting my videos out there. I didn't have any expectations, right?
Yeah.
but the views weren't coming in, and it didn't really bother me. It was more of like, I really like it. It's kind of like a gallery. And then there's this one time when I posted this video. It's called Live and Musician. And that was the moment I realized people like to hear me talk crap instead of singing. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I can go crazy. And that's when, you know, this site unleashed. And throughout the years, I kept unleashing this crazy, in Malaysia, I'll teach you the word gila. Have you heard of the word gila before?
No.
Yeah, gila means crazy. Hố sợ.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you speak Cantonese?
Yeah, a little bit. 我識講少少，唔係幾順。
Oh yeah, I've heard you do it in videos, but I thought you've only done Mandarin. But that's awesome.
Oh, I could do a little bit here and there, but yeah, so that's the thing. Like my craziness started to get even more and more, and sometimes it's amped up. You know, like my comedy is calculated. And the thing is when I meet people in real life, they expect me to be like my videos. My big question is, do you feel sometimes people expect you to be like your videos? And do you feel that that's a problem?
I know what you mean. I completely get what you mean. And I think when people say hi to me on the street, I want to get to know them and I want to say hi to them. But, you know, I don't want to act all crazy in front of them. And I think sometimes, obviously, some videos I do act a little, depending on what it is. You know, sometimes I'm a little bit more serious, but my true personality is what you mostly see online. But when I meet someone, I want to get to know them and I want to be friendly. I don't want to scare them off. But there has been instances where they say, oh, you're a lot more shy in real life. And I think that is true. Like, even when I meet new friends, I am definitely more quiet. It's almost like sometimes you know, when you do comedy, especially if you have thought of the idea before, it does become a little bit of a performance. So when you meet someone in real life, you can't just, especially I just want to get to know my followers. So I just kind of like, how was your day? And they're just like, they just want to like ask about me, but I want to get to know them, you know?
Do you remember your first time ever being noticed? Do you remember that feeling?
I remember just like getting super like, huh? Like, how is this possible? You know, that someone me and just like my heart would go crazy and I would like be so excited for the next few hours. But you know, it's what's funny, my mom is getting recognized now.
And how is she responding to that?
Like, she would call me and be like, hello, I just got recognized, but yeah, I'm not even wearing any makeup. I'm like, Mom, you never wear makeup. And she's like, so pretty much. She
is like, I don't want to say typical Asian mom, but I think it's so sweet that, you know, now she's part of your video.
That stereotype. Yeah, she really is that stereotype. And like, I don't know, I always thought I was, like I said on my TED Talk, I shared how it was inviting her on my channel, and it was nerve-wracking because she was always quiet on what I'm doing, so I never thought she would, you know, especially she never even likes to take pictures and she would never let me post her online. So I thought there's no way she'd want to be seen and talking and doing things. But she said yes, so thank goodness for that.
So is there a difference based on, you know, right now you're successful, more successful than before? The way your parents see you right now, do you see a before and after, or have they always been the same?
I think, you know, when you have strict parents, you kind of end up having an idea of them. Like you make up like an idea of them. You think they're always going to be disapproving or always not going to be supportive. So maybe I kind of like made that even more than what it was. So before I, you know, was like a secure job for you know, being a content creator, I just kind of shut them off. You know, I wouldn't want to tell them how it's going because I wasn't confident in myself and I was worried what they could say one thing or disapprove slightly and it would just crush me. But after inviting them onto my channel, it got so much better because they would ask me, how did the video go? Or, you know, how's it going? Did people like the video? They wouldn't, you know, necessarily ask like the questions that I personally want. but I have to realize that I cannot expect them to say things that I want, you know? They are who they are, and they should show their support in their own way. And it's never going to be healthy if I keep, you know, want them to say things that I want. So it definitely got a lot better when I let go of that kind of expectation, you know?
So it's what you're saying is your parents, or you had this preconceived idea of what your parents have expectations on you, and at the same time you're doing the same thing back to them. So right now it's more of like you've cleared the air.
Yeah, exactly. It was like so if your parents kind of, it almost become like a vicious cycle if you allow it. So I realized that I had to let that go, and I have to be confident in myself and what I'm doing. And then they will see that, and then I will care less of what they say, and then I'll really see that they're happy in their own ways, you know?
So do you think that right now they're proud of you?
I think so. I mean, I have to realize that it's not like those kind of movie big moments when parents say, "I'm proud of you."
Yeah.
I think I just have to realize that each, you know, message and each phone call about what I do, that's them showing that they care, and that has to be, you know, enough. So, but when I make videos about that, it's really for other people to relate to and realize that they're not, you know, alone. Just for them, everyone to feel like it's okay how you're feeling, you know, that you're not alone.
Well, speaking about not being alone, I want to know a little bit more about your content creation journey and how your partner has been very supportive. Because I remember the first video that I watched was how your partner, you're teaching him some Cantonese or something.
Yeah, so
was that the first video that blew up?
Yes, it was. I was wearing pajamas. Yeah.
And that video just got crazy. I remember I watched it and I was showing it to John. I'm like, oh my God, this is the story. This is you and I. This is us. And I remember that feeling. We were literally sitting down here with a different sofa, and we said, you know what? I'm so inspired. I want to try it myself right now. I want to see if you can get, you know, Asian accents, because he's been in Malaysia for 20 years, and for goodness sake, he couldn't speak like a Malaysian. So I thought, you know what, time to make a video to see how you respond to that. So your video inspired us, and it was just so funny. Ever since then, how has your relationship been? Like, have you done more videos together and you love it, or, you know, he's not really into it, or how does it go?
So that's really crazy that you bring that up, and it brings back so many memories. And I can't believe you saw that video. Like, that's mind-blowing.
Yes, that was my first video of you.
That's crazy. So that was in 2017, I think, and I was still in university. And yeah, I was in my pajamas. It was the totally random video, really badly done, like, you know, lighting-wise. But it blew up, and I was like, what is happening? But that was amazing. And since then, he's just been more and more supportive, because it wasn't since then that, like, I found my direction, and it wasn't after that my videos did really well or anything. It was kind of like a one-off almost at that time, because yeah, I didn't really find my footing. But Dan kept telling me I just have to keep going, and every video or everything that I did would lead up to whatever would come in the future, and you can't just think there's going to be a next big thing. So he really reminded me of that. Yeah, and
I think that's really, really good advice.
Yeah, he has really good advice. It's amazing. I mean, I am really positive in everything online, but sometimes in real life it can get it can dawn on you how much pressure it is to be in the online world. So for now, he's not a huge fan of being in videos, but if I have an idea, he's always down for it.
Well, earlier you mentioned something very interesting, the pressures of, you know, creating videos, and I want to talk a little bit more about that, because I do feel pressure as well. Maybe I'll share with you a little bit about my story, and I want to know whether you can relate to that. So once I've done a really big video, even if it's like shot in my pajamas or something, and it gets millions of views, somehow at the back of my head, I want my next video to be as successful or more. And if it
Yeah.
doesn't, I get really frustrated. I'm like, I'm done. I suck. You know, like it affects me for some reason, and it shouldn't, because you know, creating those videos was what made me really, really happy. Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
instead, my brain at the back of my head so conditioned to feed on that affirmation and all the likes and all the comments that I don't focus so much on the journey as much. I focus on the byproduct, all the likes and stuff. So do you sometimes feel that?
Yeah. I mean, I think for sure, especially when it's such a competitive kind of world. I mean, so that's why I think you have to remember, like, I have to remind myself that if this is what I enjoy doing, and it's a video that I really like, and if people didn't love it as much as I did, then I just have to move on and not be so hard on myself. But there has definitely been situations or times when I put so much effort into filming a video and editing. I'm sure you know the pain of editing. Took so long for a video, but then it didn't do well. So then I have to, and then I did feel bad about it. But then I have to realize that that's just how it is, you know. It's not going to be, I mean, creativity is a funny thing. You can't squeeze it out. And so you just have to be happy with what you're creating, and just what Dan keeps reminding me, so what I keep reminding myself is just move on to the next thing. You just have to keep moving on. And if I look back like 2 years ago, if I hadn't kept going, then I guess I wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
I am just so cool. I thought it was just so cool that, you know, you did those two TEDx talks. How did you feel doing your first one? Was it nerve-wracking, or how I wonder.
It was really nerve-wracking. I mean, it's almost a 20-minute talk without any prompts. I think in the States they might have some prompts screen at the bottom at the more official TED or TEDx events, but I was doing it in a university in Hong Kong. So yeah, I had to memorize every word for word, but I had to recite it as if it just came off. Like, it just, you know, like, so that was the difficult part. And I think the first one I was more nervous, but for the second one I realized, like, okay, if you know it, you know it, and, you know, hope for the best. But I definitely, yeah, it's definitely a crazy opportunity, and I'm so, so grateful to be able to speak for TEDx. It's crazy.
Well, speaking about speaking, you can speak many different languages. A lot of people might or might not know this, but you major in, let me read this, interpretation, is it?
Yeah, translation.
Yeah, how and why, and who got you into that realm?
Oh my gosh, I think it's more like about being a bit lazy. Not lazy, but I felt like I know that I suck at math and I suck at science. So what I'm slightly better at would be languages. So I thought I'm gonna try to get in with the translation degree, and they accepted me. But keep in mind, it is Hong Kong, so it's only between English and Cantonese and sometimes Mandarin. So it's not like any languages that you want, which I couldn't handle anyway. So pretty much now, like, my Spanish is like, it's terrible now. I did it in high school, and I can still understand, like, when I watch Jane the Virgin when they speak Spanish, I can still understand a little bit, but man, it's hard when you don't keep up with the language. I'm sure you understand, like, you have to be in the environment or in the country and always hearing and always speaking it, otherwise it just goes away.
I agree, because the first few months with John, I just spoke really good English because he couldn't really understand my accent, and I have to put on a little bit, you know, I had to speak better, you know, because, you know, we Malaysians, when we answer someone, when we can't hear someone, we go, huh? Like that. But he was, pardon me. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious now? So for the first 3 months, I realized I was doing a lot of this, speaking a lot of this. And I slowly lost that Asianness in me, and I didn't like that. I think I didn't like that 我廣東話越嚟越難，我的華語越來越 怎么讲？越来越坏。
烂。
烂。
Yeah.
So that's what something I noticed. Like my Malay was not good as well. So ever since then, I realized, John, I told him, I'm not gonna speak to you this way. You're gonna have to try to, go through
Understand your
osmosis.
accent.
Yeah, and understand my accent. This is my normal accent. Can you deal with that? And slowly, I realized he has become more Malaysianized. My big question here is, you and your partner, do you feel sometimes you have gotten more, your Cantonese, has it gone down a little bit? Gone up? Is that osmosis? Share with us.
I think for Cantonese, definitely I have times when I chat with people my age, I'm like, okay, this is a bit like I don't know how to express myself as well as I do in English. But luckily I have my mom, and her English is, we communicate in Cantonese, so I have that to keep up with. And thankfully Dan he also likes to kind of learn, I guess, cultures. He's always like open to learn, so he would ask me how to say something so he can order better, because there are a lot of local restaurants here who prefer Cantonese, and he loves the attention he gets when he orders something in Cantonese. So he's loving that.
You know what? I think one of the reasons why, you are so successful on social media is also because you look very mixed. Very, in Malaysia, we call it jampo, mixed. And when you can speak that Cantonese so fluently, people just like, whoa, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? I think that's something so special.
Oh, thank you. I think I never saw, like, when you're just you don't really see what other people see. But yeah, I really have my parents to thank to put me in a Chinese school first for the first part of my life, because they know that you can't learn Cantonese in reverse. You have to be born into it pretty much. So I had that, and then in high school they put me in international school to get my English up. Oh my goodness, when I got into international school, my English was really bad. I had like a Chinese accent, kind of a little bit, and I didn't know a lot of things.
Computer.
This is a 13 years old in a co-ed school. So like boys would be talking about like making out or make out, and I'm like, what is that? I've never heard of that, So it was a big kind of shock. But that's how I got to kind of, but also I think personally I love languages, and it is what I am slightly better at than other things. I'm terrible, like I said, terrible at math and a lot of things. So luckily I have a bit of language gene in me. So
that's really cool. Well, that's good that you're focusing on the good thing, and when you share that on social media, people just love it. So I want to challenge myself, and if you don't mind, I want to challenge you as well to continue our conversation. I'll ask you one question in Cantonese, and you'll answer in Cantonese, because a heck load of people are asking for you to speak Cantonese. Obviously, we gotta do it. 咁而家我哋開始啦吧。
好，講廣東話。
好啊，咁啊，我哋開始啦。我有啲問題。OK，so 而家我想問你，你有心入邊，你嘅心入邊，你嘅心入邊有時候會唔會好 worry 啊 about 個前途？
Dude, that's really good. That's amazing. Yeah. So the future. 咁你講我定係我媽咪爹哋啊？
講你啊。
OK， 我咧，關於嘅前途咧，我連聽日食咩我都冇諗到，我都唔知。但係咧，我就係想我繼續做翻我自己開心嘅嘢啦。咁前途嘅嘢都係希望係咯，做翻自己開心嘅嘢。咁我覺得，真係預測唔到，即係將來會係點樣。但係我希望係可以有大啲嘅 platform 去 inspire 多啲。I also just slipped in some English there 去啟發 inspire 啟發多啲人啦。咁同埋繼續帶啲好多歡樂俾 啲俾大家咯。Oh my god, my personality just like went out of the window when I spoke in Cantonese.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, because this is something very interesting. We behave differently with different languages.
That's 100%.
I realized
it's a scientific proven fact.
Yeah, because when you speak English and then you speak clear English, you sit differently, your mouth move differently, and 如果我講廣東話，我會咁㗎，我唔知點解，
你變得好，
我好似 gangster 咁。係啊。
Yeah, for me, it's definitely a thing. I think because each different culture has different humor, so you're like you don't know how to be your kind of your humor, and the circumstance in which you learn the language also affects how you speak it. So if you learn it mostly in school, you become more serious. Whereas if you know, I usually watch like English comedy shows, so I'm more like I know how to, you know what I mean? So I totally get you, but I want to hear another Cantonese from you.
好啊，我哋再continue. Wait, don't tell me. Continue. 再繼續。OK， 好，我哋繼續。
Yes.
咁你有咩advice? How do you say advice in Cantonese?
有咩建議 or
OK
yeah
OK
咁
你已經做咗social media 好耐啦，係咪？幾個
幾年
years how do you say 幾年㗎啦，係咪？咁你有咩 advice 有咩經驗俾你啲 fans 佢哋想做你做啲嘢
？You're doing good.
I hope you understand because I don't even know what I'm talking about. But basically, translation. Really?
Dude,
okay,
that means
good.
you speak like 5 languages as well. That's amazing.
Not really. I speak English, Cantonese, Mandarin, and Malay. That's it.
That's amazing.
But they're all broken. You see, they're all not right.
That's all you need. That's all you need. You're not going to the courthouse or anything. So that's all you need. You just need everyday language. But going back to your question,
你要講廣東話啦。
係。咁如果有啲人，如果你我啲觀眾或者你嘅觀眾想做 content creator 或者 YouTuber， 我覺得一開始一定係覺得驚嘅，係好正常嘅。咁但係如果你覺得你真係真心入邊係中意做呢樣嘢，你中意創作，咁你一定要去試，因為你唔去試嘅話咧，你唔會知道會有咩成果得出嚟。後果成果 OK。Yeah, like 後果 is more like consequence. But
got it. Learning something new every day.
但係我覺得如果你係中意拍片嘅話咧，一定要練習咯，因為你一開始放個相機同部相機講嘢，你一定會覺得緊張。咁可能同塊鏡練習下啦。但係我覺得好多人都有一個夢想嘅，唔一定係做 YouTuber 或者 content creator。我覺得如果你有一個夢想咧，你唔好理即係其他人講啲咩啦，你唔好理你係咯其他人點樣諗你，你覺得真係真自己中意嘅話，你一定要去做，一定去 at least 去試呢樣嘢。如果唔係，你會後悔嘅。Yeah。
咁如果佢哋嘅老豆老母，how do you say parents not in a low-mo way? Because it's not right? It's very rude, right?
We're on live, Jen. We're on live.
Sorry, I have no censorship here. Okay. 媽咪爹哋咁如果佢哋嘅媽咪爹哋有啲 constriction， 好想佢哋做好似你咁樣，好似你以前咁要做 doctor 啦，要做 lawyer 啦，你有咩 advice？
我覺得係好難㗎，因為你覺得你媽咪爹哋係你好想佢哋 approve 你，好想佢哋即係以你為榮 ，proud of you。但係你始終唔做，你始終係為自己去 ，you know you live for yourself， 你係為自己去做人㗎嘛，你唔係為其他人。咁你做返自己開心嘅嘢，我覺得你媽咪爹哋會 睇到啊，佢哋睇到佢哋都會戥你開心，同埋佢哋係想你做醫生啊、律師啊，其實最後都係因為想你好，想你第時大個嘅時候冇呢個憂慮。咁你明白佢哋，即係你明白佢哋點解咁樣咧？但係我覺得最緊要係咯，真係要做翻自己開心嘅嘢，係難嘅。I know it's easier said than done，但係 you really you know you have to try, like just have to go for it, go for what you want, but you have to work hard for it. I mean, you can't just think that something easy would just like happen. You definitely have to work hard for it.
Yeah, but speaking about working hard, guys, I have been doing YouTube for 9 years, and since the first video, and only maybe last 3 years that I got some kind of traction, 3 to 5 years. I really feel like those of you who want to be content creators, don't think that you will be famous the moment you upload a video. Your first video most likely will be shit. Your second video most likely is going to be shit. And that's okay, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think why people feel that way is because the people you see who you think are famous online, you think that they were famous from that thing you know of, that you saw of them. And I think, you know, Lizzo, or is it Lizzo? I forgot how to pronounce her name, but she also made a tweet saying, you know, people think that I just got famous overnight, when in fact I've been working and singing nightclubs for ages before anyone heard my song, and suddenly everyone thinks that, oh, I'm a one-night wonder, but I wasn't. I think that was so inspiring, and it really reminds us that you really have to work hard for it. And yes, you see other people's success, but they worked nights and nights and days for it. So yeah, it really takes hard work to get to where you want, but most importantly, persistence, because if you persist, you just have to keep it's not even like trial and error, I think, but you just have to keep doing it. As you do it, you do get better at it. And so don't expect like some kind of miracle, and just keep working hard.
Yeah, you've quoted this: hard work does not equate to success. I really, really like that, because in the end of the day, if you're working hard and you're consistently working at it, it's a numbers game. You do it 100 times, and then 101, perhaps that's the one that will work. So I think, you know, heeding your advice, it's all about just pushing, persistence, and having positivity to push forward. I am just so happy to have this conversation with you. I feel like I know you. I feel like I can relate to you, your story. I'm just really glad. Thank you so much for spending, you know, 40 minutes with us.
Oh, wow, that was quick. Thank you so much for inviting me. I was so surprised when I saw your message. I was like, hold up, wait, what? Like, honestly, I love you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been such an honor. I hope we gotta keep doing this. I'm gonna hit you up. We gotta talk.
I want to play games with you. We are gonna do some kind of challenge or something. And once this whole COVID-19 thing chills a little bit, you know, honey, you gotta stop. You gotta stop spreading. Spread love instead, not virus. But once that goes through, I really, really want to meet you in Hong Kong. It will be so freaking awesome. Okay?
Yes, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I love Malaysia. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make something work. Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.